What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and some sad news for Northeast Los Angeles as the historic, nearly century-old Sparkletts Water bottling plant has indeed shut down. Thank you to great reporting from Barry Lank and Jesús Sanchez of the Eastsider. The rumors that have been circulating for nearly a month were indeed confirmed. Now, there's no update as what's going to happen to this beautiful architectural marvel, but the big story here are the dozens of employees that were laid off, as well as what might be the end of the brand that is truly LA's water. Let's get into it. So as confirmed by the Eastsider, 45 workers will indeed lose their jobs, and some of the remaining workers will be transferred to other Primo Brands locations. Primo Brands was created last November in a merger between Sparkletts' parent company and Blue Triton, which owns Arrowhead and other suppliers. And though the real tragedy is the 4 dozen workers that lost their jobs, a piece of Northeast Los Angeles and Los Angeles history could be at risk here. This Sparkletts factory has been around since 1929, and it really is LA's water. And I want to share an episode that I did on the Sparkletts bottling plant. What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in Eagle Rock in front of the Sparkletts Water plant, which has been bottling water right here in LA for almost a century. And the thing is, Sparkletts Water really does come from Los Angeles wells, which makes Sparkletts truly LA's water. Let's get into it. So Eagle Rock became the home of LA's water, and it wasn't by happenstance. If you look around, this is at the bottom of a hill, and the Eagle Rock Creek actually ran through this area with streams and arroyos providing a water source, first for the indigenous people, and then for the people who came later developing the area, including Andrew Glassell of Glassell Park, who tried to develop his own water wells in the late 19th century. In 1925, Eagle Rock resident Burton Arns was dissatisfied with the local municipal water supply. So along with 2 business partners, he decided to take advantage of the highly oxygenated local water that he said sparkled in the sun, and they started their own company, Sparkling Artisanal Water Company. Now, the original well for sparkling artesian water was on York and Avenue 48, and that's precisely where they opened their initial bottling plant. And putting about 1/3 of their revenue directly into marketing, they soon grew so big that they needed a new plant. That's when they hired architect Richard D. King to build a Moorish-style plant to symbolize an oasis. Working at a breakneck pace, the new plant cost about $200,000 and stretched across most of the 4500 block of Lincoln Avenue in Eagle Rock, and it was just a few blocks south of the original plant. They immediately tripled capacity, bottling over 125,000 gallons per day and becoming the largest private water supplier in Los Angeles. With the water business thriving, they soon rolled out another label called Sparkita, which had club soda, lemon lime, as well as a root beer under the same name, which included a mascot, Don Sparkita. Now, Sparkletts was sold in 1964 to Foremost Dairies, which was then acquired by San Francisco-based McKesson Robbins. As the company evolved, so did the bottling process. While it was initially pumped directly from the wells into the bottles, it eventually was sent into tanks across the street to the processing plant. Then it's all passed through a reverse osmosis system to remove all minerals from the water, though Sparkletts does reintroduce its own minerals to give it that sparkling quality. In 2000, Sparkletts became part of the Danone Group in a $1 billion transaction, and DS Waters is still where the water is distributed. And as it stands today, Sparkletts bottles over 200,000 gallons per day at that same factory right there in Eagle Rock. So Sparkletts really is LA's water, and they've been bottling water from Los Angeles wells right here in Eagle Rock for almost a century. All right, LA, it's been a minute.